in Las Vegas. Ready to go, Wilder and Ortiz, round number 1 for the heavyweight title. Lennox, what do you expect early on?
Yeah, I expect the same type of fight as the first fight. Obviously, in the first couple, they're going to have to get used to each other, get that rhythm, get warmed up a little bit, and before doing what they usually do. And Deontay, obviously should get that jab going a lot quicker than he has. He's still doing that powering thing. And this is what you can't do because Ortiz really wants to go after him. He felt he was really close to the first fight and doesn't want to waste the second time out and allow Deontay to get the better of him.
In their first fight, Wilder was very defensive in the early going, very wary of that powerful left hand that Ortiz keeps tucked. In his last couple of fights, Joe Goossen, Ortiz has been very active with his jab. I wonder if we're going to see a little more of that tonight.
Well, Deontay Wilder has such a long reach that you see he's trying to stay on top of the jab of Ortiz, which is what you want to do. You want to control the jab of the southpaw so he can't measure you. Now, one thing I do notice is Deontay started moving to his left, which is the direction he was going in when he got hurt in the first fight. Most of the fight, 90% of the fight in the first fight, Wilder was moving to his right. The opposite way of what's normal when you fight a southpaw, and I think it threw Ortiz off his game. Now, again, like I said, the 2 times he got hurt, he was right in the position he's in right there.
Wow, that's a big left hand by Ortiz.
That was a big left hand, and Ortiz was going for it a bit early. It was looping, not as straight as he usually throws it.
And you can see how fast he is with that left as well.
Wilder was sitting on the ropes. He just lined himself up right in front of Ortiz. He's got to be on one side or the other. Preferably keep moving to your right. Okay, and there was a little by Wilder there. But I'll tell you, Wilder had a lot of success in the first fight moving to his right. You gotta remember some southpaws expect right-handers to move in that direction to their jab side, so they got you timed real well. They know how to really get that left hand on you if you move into their jab side. So
Ortiz is cut right now. I don't know where the cut is, either on top of the head or right on his right eye, but he's bleeding.
Yeah, there's a little blood that is streaking down his chest, Lennox. I didn't see exactly, but there it is, the right side near the temple. Well, didn't see the punch either on that.
Wilder did throw a little sharp little left hook, which he was working on in camp. I had somebody that was inside of the camp with him sparring, and they told me they really went to work on the hook. So he did throw a little short hook that touched Ortiz, and that may have caused it.
I tell you, it's been a slow first round, but there is the threat of menace throughout. You can, at any moment, you realize this fight could change, or this fight might end. There's the streaming blood, as Ortiz did get hit somewhere and opened up.
Yeah. It's a pretty good cut right there. They're sticking in the Q-tip that's got adrenaline 1 to 1,000 on it, probably with a little Thrombin mix, but that shouldn't stop. That's not a bad spot to be in. See, there it was, right there, just lining right up in front of
up the elbow. That could be the elbow, too. Oh, there,
they
just
bang heads right there at the end of this, right here. Wilder just gets grazed with that. That wasn't a flush shot. Wilder just starts to move. And then, there it is, as well. We just missed it right there because Ortiz brought his head back into play. And they banged heads.
Yeah, it was after that big left hand. Then they got together, the heads smacked against each other. And you're right, Joe, that's well, it's not the deepest cut we've seen, but it's not just a little abrasion at the top.
The blood is going to go in his face from that. It's going to they got medicine. And they've already staunched the flow.
I'll tell you what, the CompuBox guy's not very busy. 4-3 in the first round, but you can see like every shot is meaningful, and there's real drama and tension here as we get into round number 2 for the heavyweight championship.
Deontay needs to be throwing that jab, moving moving a little to his left and a little to his right, mixing up his movement a little bit, and throwing a lot more right hands. I mean, he can throw more right hands in the first and the second round. If he throws 10 right hands, at least 3 or 4 get in, and anytime he throws a right hand, it's always damaging.
Yeah, he's trying with the right and the left. Hand to the body, lands that. And Lennox, we were talking about the foot positioning of Deontay Wilder. Still a little spread out, still fairly defensive right now, wary of the power of Ortiz.
But he's keeping his left foot on the outside. Sometimes their feet get caught up, and it will get caught up because when you get an orthodox and a southpaw together.
Do you think he should be at full height, though, or do you think he's all right fighting with his legs spread like that?
Well, he's comfortable at it. I mean, it may not be the right thing to do, but he's comfortable at it, and it's not doing him any damage right now.
In that first fight, it took a couple of rounds before Wilder got comfortable and was able to stand up at full height and unleash his jab and right hand.
In the last fight they had, it took 3-4 rounds before they both started putting hands on each other. I think it's wise to be a little tentative here on Wilder's part because Ortiz is such a sharp counterpuncher, and seemingly if he's in shape now, you want to see if he's any quicker than he was in the first fight. So you got to feel him out and test him a little bit. I think it's smart.
Also, Ortiz has got his right foot on the outside of Deontay sometimes, especially when he's coming in with the jab. That's what he wants to do, and he's stepping long, so that means he knows he needs to make up the room.
Ortiz with a long amateur background, 349 amateur wins. That's why he's able to come in here, be so composed. Hasn't made a lot of hay as a professional. He's been solid. His big chance was that first fight against Wilder, but you can see why so well. He's composed. He keeps that left hand tucked and just always there, locked and loaded. And there he throws one at Wilder. Now he goes to the bottom.
Wilder would be smart if he stayed off the ropes. He really doesn't want to do that because Ortiz is such a wily veteran. If he gets you to stop moving, that's
bam, baby, go down.
You keep walking on him, little left, little right, keep his eyes busy. You got a better shot at landing your own punches against Ortiz.
And there is that long jab. We just saw that from Deontay Wilder. Through 2 rounds. Drama here in Las Vegas. Luis Ortiz, his family is here. His wife, Lizde Ortiz. His oldest daughter, Mercedes Ortiz, has been afflicted with a rare skin condition. She has been dealing with that most of her life. By the way, other daughter, Loria, and Santiago, his son, there as well. But both Wilder and Ortiz, they both talk about this openly. They know what it's like to deal with a chronically ill child, and they both have empathy and respect for each other and what they go through in their lives. It was a slow go in their first fight. First time around, it wasn't until the 5th round that either fighter landed more than 10 punches. And this one has been a slow go as well. I think the difference could be if Ortiz is in the type of condition